Welcome, guys. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a debate show. It's just the two of us because of circumstances, but it's okay. With me today is Justin. So, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I was just gonna pull it. I had to do it. I was waiting for this for so long. I'm like, I don't know if you watched the videos. I know you watched some of them while you're gone. Some of the lives we did.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Julian and I. We're like, he always does this. We'll go with this. We'll intro it, and then we'll ask Alejandro how he's doing, and then he'll just lay a dead fish at her. That's what he'll do. Just hand us a dead fish and say, "I'm good," and then just say nothing else. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to return the favor for the first time. I'm good. I'm good. Coming back, obviously, we were just watching the end of that Man City, I guess, lucky victory over Atletico, right? Anyway, but otherwise, yeah, I'm doing well. Ready to talk some Juve, talk some, what's going on here, potentially with this Mercado, but then also just some of the questions we've postured for each other.
Yeah. Okay, I was checking the setting. Yeah. Also, because yesterday a lot of people were waiting in the live. YouTube had a bug, so we couldn't get into the YouTube studio, so I couldn't start the live. So I apologize for that because a lot of people were waiting. I saw, but yeah, it's working today, so we go again today with a debate show. I think everybody knows how it works. We got a few questions. We got 4 today. One mine, Justin's, Julian's, and one of YouTube subscriber. So we will go. Yeah, we will go straight back into it. Wait.
Yeah, we can just dive right onto it. Get into some of these questions. I'll be honest. It's probably, when I say it's not that it's not gonna be fun, but it's probably a little bit more fun when there's multiple people there instead of just one-on-one, unless we strongly disagree with each other. And then also there's some questions that I wanted to see, obviously what Julian's opinion were on that as well. But I'm sure you guys drop your opinions in the chat, and we can definitely we can argue it out with you guys as well.
Yeah. Also in the chat, let me know. I changed some settings, so the stream should be very synced with the chat now. There should be no latency. I hope so. But let's see how that will turn out. Because I changed the settings, but it's not 100% sure. But yeah, we will go into the first question. That's on the screen now. I think so.
Yeah.
And
you want me to read it off?
It's the main one. It's yours, so you can read it out.
Okay, I'll read it. I think you may have reworded it a little bit because mine was very lengthy, but I'll go ahead and read it off. But basically, given all the stuff that's been going on, the news for a couple of days ago about the FIGC, all the nonsense that was going on, followed along with that. And then historically, when you look at Juventus and the issues Juventus have had with governing bodies when it comes to European football, most importantly, the Italian aspect of European football. Basically, my question that I asked to us is, are the regulating bodies involved with Italian football corrupt organizations with agendas against the old lady, or are Juventus to blame for their own issues within the sport? I'll let you answer first if you want to.
Okay.
And then I'll.
So, first of all, I don't really okay. When I'm saying I don't believe in, how do you want to call it, like rumors or stuff like that, made up stories or whatever you want to believe in, but without proof. But in 2006. That was a joke. Let's be honest. It was found a few months before the start of the season, and they made a decision in a few months without regular court systems. It was very quick. Everything was quick, and that's not the reality. I'm sorry, it isn't. And from that point on, I think every Juve fan has something really whatever happens is everyone is skeptical. Everybody will side with the club. Whatever it is. It doesn't even matter. Now at this moment, going back to 22, what happened is a joke. I will say it. It's a joke. And not just for us. It's for a lot of teams. It's a joke. Because they basically claim we overpriced players, which is fine. I think the same thing. But there's no rule. There's no, how do you want to call it, list where you need to check. He weighs 100 kilos, so that's the price. It doesn't work like that. No, the club make up the prices. That's what it is. And the funny part is the FIGC, they created their own list to basically say, well, they overpriced the players. So they created a list, like the clubs created their list. So that's the funny part. Now, they will get fined because, well, that's how it works. The fine is nothing for the club. They will pay it, no problem. I don't believe everybody will get suspended. The funny part is Cherubini Arrivabene, he just got there. Like, he made no deals happen, basically. So I don't know what that's all about, but I think it starts tomorrow. The lawyers of the club can speak, and they will basically use the argument of we make up the prices. There's no system. There will never be a system because you can. There can be a system. Like, how can you tell how much a player is worth? Is worth whatever the other team wants to pay for it. Is as simple as that. But let's see. I don't think everybody will get suspended. Maybe if you. I don't believe it. One thing. Conte was suspended for 6 months. Remember, in our second season, for something that happened at his old club, which was also not really proven and linked with him, and that was actually match fixing, and that was only 6 months. So I don't know.
Yeah. To me, I obviously I asked this question, but it's a very multifaceted question, and I think it's also one of the reasons I brought it up too, because it's really good for debate, because there's a lot of little aspects we can break it down. First off, going back to 2006 and Calciopoli, obviously, when I say that I'm not the most well-versed, it's because that literally was my introduction to Juventus, was becoming a fan right after 06. So I came into it not knowing what all was happening, and really learned about it probably, honestly, years later to fully understand what all happened, what went down. I just thought City B was just part of City A. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was the relegated league. Anyway, but then looking at it now, I think the way you put it's true in every sense of the word. From what I understand and how it went down and how it happened, it was a modern day witch hunt, which is literally, if you know about, like, obviously I don't know how internationally this is well known, but when we say witch hunt, it's, you think about the Salem witch trials in Boston, Massachusetts, where people literally would use whatever BS excuses because they didn't like a woman or whatever happened. Something happened, so they just literally fake trial, burned her at the stake. And that's basically what Juventus was. The old lady was kind of burnt at the stake that year for what was happening, and it was ridiculous. Then we continue on, and we go through the other issues we've had more recently. I mean, obviously, there's been stuff going on. You could look at just like on the pitch kind of stuff where you see biases come out there. You see some of the calls where I question, and yeah, maybe I could be, I'm biased in myself when I'm saying, hey, Juve should have gotten that call. Maybe somebody who's not a Juventus fan could look at it and be like, maybe you're being a little bit too whatever there. We move on to more recently the Luis Suarez situation, his whole passport and all the nonsense that went along with that, and how they tried to blame Juventus and tried to come at Juventus for that. It's just another long list and a line of things where they're going to nitpick and they're going to find any little thing that they can to put Juventus under a microscope. Now we come to this situation, like you said, it's just funny because I mean, obviously, I think. Napoli's under this as well, right? I think De Laurentiis, another individual that's cast
28 teams.
Net.
28 teams.
Yeah, but of course, who's the focus? Who's the main one that everybody wants to talk about? Who's the one that they want to crush? Who's the one that they want to come out and say, of course they're cheating. Of course, the term cheating isn't even really right, but that's just what people always, the word they always will say is cheating, no matter what it is that somebody's argued to be doing. And then here's the aspects to me. Like you said, this is also kind of going in and arguing, and I'm not trying to get into a political debate of you're going to argue capitalism versus, a free market versus whatever, but kind of in a free market, you can, it's supply and demand. These players are supply and demand. These players their values are worth because that's what they're worth, because there's a demand for this player. There's a demand for Cristiano Ronaldo. There's a demand for even these Plus Valenza players that they're willing to pay for. Juventus, maybe they're overpricing them, but somebody's willing to pay for it. I mean, nobody's forcing them to purchase these players.
I agree.
Nobody's forcing any other team to come get them. Nobody's, holding a gun to their head and saying, "Come buy Luka Pellegrini for whatever," or whatever players out there. So I think that's preposterous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Though, and when I'll say this, in my experience in sports, sports journalism, sports whatever. There's kind of a saying as a fan too. Like I said, I talk about local teams, Louisville, stuff like that, and other NBA, NFL, all that. There's a saying that goes around. If you ever played sports or whatever, it's kind of like if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right? Like so at the same time, like I don't think Juventus is cheating. Let me get that wrong. Let me get that straight. But what I'm saying is, I think every team is skirting the line somewhere. If you're successful,
100% sure. Like. I think that's obvious, no? I think everybody knows that. Not even the teams who are winning. Like, even the shitter teams. I mean, that's...
Oh, you go down to... You go down to what? Pescara. Go down there. Go look at whoever down there.
It's like if you don't do it, like, everybody does it. And if fans can say from other teams, we don't do it. Yeah, you're lying. Like, they're billionaires for a reason. Like, can you find me? Like, there's no fair... or honest billionaire. If you believe that, I'm sorry, you're deluded. Like it is what it is. They've become billionaires by doing sketchy things along the road. It is what it is. And they will do sketchy things. They will do sketchy things with a club or a company. But in 2022, the club is a company. Like it's an asset that makes money. Maybe back in the days and wasn't really viewed like that. That's why only actually the rich owners who had money to spend were like, yeah, I don't need that money back. But now it's a business. So everybody does that. Everybody, like you said, scratches the bottom of the barrel to find some rules, the backdoor rules.
Where can we whatever mess it up or do whatever we can here. It's one of those things too where I just look at it and I get so annoyed. And like I'm not trying to be anybody's moral compass by any means, and I'm not saying I am. Like I can dive in. I'm not going to dive into because it's not what we do here on the channel. Not diving into faith, morals, or any of that. But what we're doing is we're fans, and we support a team, and we want to see a team win, right? And when we go in and when we go about this, one of the things that I have to say is like I get so annoyed and I just roll my eyes whenever I hear somebody come in and, it's always going to be shots at Juve because, I hear people like that is talking about, Calciopoli, talking about all this nonsense. And I'm like, bro, like, don't even start with me. Don't act like it's always, it's a Milan or an Inter fan. And I'm like, you want me to go dig through all your past and talk about all this as well? Like, don't, and also, again,
to be honest,
fraudulence.
I think you need to dig because they don't dig. So I know Milan fans and they have no idea they were relegated in their existence for actually match fixing. They don't know it. They actually the answer they gave me, but it's like 30 years ago. Like, okay, this is almost 20 years ago. Get over it then. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. If that's the case, if that's your argument, then don't come at me. But it's
time frame doesn't matter, bro. It's like it doesn't matter. If it happens, it happens. But at the same time, if you don't think this is going on, or if you don't think their teams aren't making efforts to skim the system or whatever it is, you're lying to yourself.
Of course.
There's too much. Like if it weren't, if this weren't a if it weren't a corporation, if it weren't a business, if they weren't making money off of this, then maybe you could run a legit clean operation. But it's about making money in the end.
100%.
You can win all you want, but if they're not making money, what do they care?
I agree.
So,
and I have a comment from Comicus. He's asking, how does a potential sanctions on the Juve management from the federation affect the summer mercato? Now, there are no sanctions at the moment. They're just asking for it. It will take time, and even if they get sanctioned, someone else will do the business. Like they will get in touch, and someone else will do the business. It is what it is because there's no transfer ban, so someone else will act in the club and they will get, the word to whoever. It's just negotiations will be very difficult. It is what it is, but I don't expect them to suspend everyone. And even if they do, maybe it will just kicks in at the start of the season or something like that.
Yeah, I
It's just
think what you're gonna see is you're gonna see starting tomorrow. When they lower you up, that Juventus is gonna say, "Come at me, bro," with a lot of this, and they're gonna fight all that they can to to not have any kind of bans. Maybe there will be some. I don't know. But my question is, all that I really see coming out from this, especially when it comes to the Mercado, is all you're doing is adding an extra middleman. You're just adding one other guy
Yeah,
who's
I
going to
agree.
go speak to Cherubini and Arriva Bene to go talk to the other clubs.
And to be
Who's
honest,
going to regulate this?
they cannot even speak to anyone. Like they cannot be involved in anything with the club daily operations, like nothing. But
Yeah, but
they will be.
who believes that?
They will.
Yeah,
Be.
that's what I was saying. Like,
They will be. Like you tell, but like you said, negotiations. It's gonna be very difficult. But we're not.
we were talking at the beginning of this season, and again, I know I always go to the local stuff here, but it's what I know. And Louisville here at the beginning of the season, basketball season, the head coach was suspended for the first 6 games of the season. So it's basically a half a month, or over almost a month of the season banned. And he's not supposed to have any contact with anybody, with none of the players, none of the assistants, any of that. But he had a burner phone that he's over there, operating, texting somebody, calling someone. There's no chance that they're not doing that. Like, I don't believe for a second if that happens. They maybe are supposed to, but they'll make contact.
It's also well known that Conte had contact when he was suspended. It's known, but he cannot prove it. It's known,
right?
Like everybody knows, but like if the person who's the middleman just stays quiet and says nope, and there's no proof, then and they're not gonna set out your house, like doing your job, sitting at Agnelli's house and following him day in day out. They're not gonna do that for a year. Like that's not like that. It's not that deep. But
yeah,
negotiations will be very difficult if it happens.
And I'm just, call me pessimistic or call me whatever, a skewed view of the world. But at this point, none of this bothers me. I don't care what team it is. I don't care if it's Inter. I don't care if it's Napoli or whatever. I expect them to be doing the same thing all around. Like, yeah, people can get slammed, but they're still going to be doing stuff. There's no way you could, for some, for the FIGC or whatever nonsensical board or governing body that wants to come at Juventus, I just don't see it happening. I guess my question is, do you see, like, what do you think is the most likely outcome? Just knowing off of this right now, I throw some change at it. Do you see many people? Also, okay, sorry, I know I'm getting a lot coming out of me right now when it comes to this. How does this even affect Paratici? Does it affect him?
It depends. If the UEFA or the FIFA says, yeah, it's also our thing now, then yeah, it does. It does.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many people involved. I want to say people with power that I think it's not gonna happen because it's a lot, and also not all of them. Maybe they will all get halved and then Cherubini is free or something like that. But it's very early days. Like if you read the newspapers, 2 months ago we were going Serie B. Now it's just a fine. Like, so don't read the newspapers for now. Just wait tomorrow until they speak, and then it will take some time before anything will happen.
I just don't see how anybody can. I don't know how you can try to prosecute, especially Arriva Bene. Cherubini, he's been on whatever. But I don't know how you can even come at Arriva Bene when he just started beginning of the season. Like I would love to see how that plays out, just to see what kind of hula hoops or whatever they're trying to jump through to get to where he's actually convicted of anything. It seems ridiculous just starting out. So I'd be interested to see how this plays out. Like I said, in the long term, I think regardless, I think Juve is going to be fine. I think it's just going to be one of those situations. It's another witch hunt. And then I would like to do, maybe this is something that as an investigator, this is a part of me that, I think about my day job where like, I want to do almost an investigation in who all, is involved in the FIGC, all that goes along with that. Who are these individuals? What's their background?
Yeah.
Right.
They're dinosaurs. So, that's their background. And it's changed, but it's not going to change. It's not going to change.
Well, not just that, but what do we know of their affiliations? Are they Inter, Milan, whatever fans? Or are they just right? I mean,
it's what it is. But
there's ways. I mean, I don't know. Here locally, it'd be more feasible to find out in America. I don't know about there. Yeah, do some research on them, but we'll see.
We will move on from this question. Also, there's a lot of Pogba Savic thing. If we have some time at the end, because we only have an hour, we will go into that, but we move on to the next one, and that's.
But before we move on to the next question, make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. All right.
Okay, the next question is Julian's question. I think it's gonna be a quick one. I'm sad Julian is not here because he would have loved to answer this question. But his question is: since there are rumblings about Luka Modric, would you be happy with him signing for Juve? Like, I will give my intro answer, and that's yes.
Yeah.
Like, yes. Like, yes, 100% sure, yes. Because I know he's older. I get that. I don't care. If you watch him play, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Pirlo at his I don't say it.
Prime?
No, not his prime. His last years.
Like, yeah. Okay.
When you see him, it's like, he's done, But when you see him on the ball, it's like, he's not done. He doesn't need space. He doesn't need time.
Yeah.
He needs nothing. Like, he creates, like, that goal he created yesterday was nothing. It wasn't a chance. It wasn't a chance at all. And he made it happen. Yeah. He's so good. 2 years. It's not gonna happen, by the way. Like, I don't want to get clipped. Yeah. He said, I'm going year by year on my contract, but no way that they're gonna let him walk. Yeah, like, no way.
And today there was already a report today kind of reaffirming Real Madrid's commitment to him or whatever. Like, and that he's not going anywhere. Like, he's probably gonna retire there.
The second season we have Pirlo, the club will say, yeah, but you're so old, just walk away. No. He's good. He's fit. He's good.
Yeah.
He will be the best midfielder in the league by a mile.
Yeah.
That alone for us.
Yeah. This isn't, and I apologize. I know this is not like great for a debate show. I wish Julian was here for that reason, because I wonder if Julian what he would have said. But I feel like, yeah, the problem is with this question, and I wanted to come at him a little bit, but I was gonna say, like, Julian, what do you do with this question to me? Because it's not fair. Like, if you want to specify, and is this a different timeline, or are we talking about right now? Because it's right now. Like, look at what Juventus has in the midfield. Like, even at this point, yeah, like you're not gonna sign him for a long whatever contract, but if you can sign him for like 2 years, seeing what he's doing right now, yeah, I mean, there's no way I'd be like, yeah, look at this midfield. I don't want to sign a player like that. Even with his age, the age is the big thing. That's really it. That's really the argument there is his age. But you see what he's doing. Also, I can't walk away from watching that Real Madrid match. If you would have asked this to me maybe a week earlier or something, maybe then it would have been more of a debate. But right now he's I see. Look at what we have.
I see a lot of people saying he's old. I don't care. Pirlo was old. He was amazing. Buffon was old. He's amazing. Chiellini is old. He's still amazing. He's just injury prone. That's his problem. I don't care if you're old. If you can play, sign me up. When I have an issue is when you are getting a Acerbi. He's old, he's shit, but like he's also old. That's it. But when you Ronaldo was old when we got him. He was old. You still get him because he scores goals. He scored. At this point in time, I'm not gonna get Ronaldo. Nobody, I think, is gonna get Ronaldo because he's kind of.
I think he's.
Like, we got we squeezed him out. The last bit in him, we squeezed it out. It's done now. I don't care if a player is old. I get that. We talked about it. But if he's of that quality, of that level, that goes in the bin. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion because he is unbelievable. Still.
Here. Yeah, and that's the whenever I understand the old thing, and I talk about old. I talk about age all the time, but a lot of it has to do whenever Juventus is linked with a player who doesn't have anything extraordinary about them. Yeah. But it's like, oh, he's solid, but it's nothing it doesn't bring anything new to the table for me. Nothing that excites me. And that's where I think a lot of people get a little bit misconstrued when I say one guy's old and then one guy's not. And then I talk about a guy who's 22 and I accidentally say he's old and then people crush me. But the other thing is when you look at, like you brought up about Chiellini, look at Chiellini when he's out there. When he's healthy, to me, I still think he's the best center back in the world right now when he's healthy. I mean,
when he's healthy, he's still up there. He's still up there with the best. Because when you can defend, you can defend. And he can defend. He loves to defend. Like, he actually lives from that. You know what I mean? Like, when he plays, you can see he loves it. still, like he smiles even when he makes a foul. He just loves it, and that's what's the sad part. It's just he can't stay fit.
And yeah, Chiellini has such a good personality for the position too,
for sure.
because he doesn't overly, I think maybe it's also part of his age too, where he's just enjoying it. He's just purely enjoying what he does, and he's not letting it get to him when he's out there on the pitch. And you see guys get overly emotional or overly whatever. He'll laugh it off. He'll do stuff like that. That keeps you young, keeps you motivated, keeps you in it. I mean, that's really. This question was one that I was gonna just joke with Julian about and be like, I mean, what do you want me to say? Yes, of course. Like,
to be honest,
not for a long contract, but yeah.
We don't always answer, to be honest. So
yeah,
you never know.
I know.
But I think he's gonna say yes.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah.
But I was like,
excuse me? Yeah. No, go.
No, there wasn't anything there. I was just gonna say we don't know, but also I'm like, you're asking that question right after that performance. Like right after that, it's not a week earlier or something like that. Maybe I'm diving into it a little bit differently. Guys, I'm gonna say this right now. I see we have about so many. Actually, I can't see how many people we have in the chat right now, but I see we have 40 votes, and we don't nearly have, and that's about a 93% said they hit the like button, and I think about 42% of you all are lying. So if you can hit that like button right now, I'd appreciate it.
It was so precise.
Like button. It really does help our channel. Yeah, like I said, if you're watching our channel and you enjoy what you see here, even if you don't enjoy it, but we're trying our best, right? We're just amateurs right now. We're doing what we can. Hopefully this will become something, more professional down the line. But as it is right now, all we just ask is that you hit that like button. It helps our channel to continue to grow and reach more people for when we do lives like this every day.
The no real, I brought all the comments and basically the same thing. Old, that's why people don't want him. I still want him. If you have an opportunity. But we move on to my question. And the last one. I think that's more fun for the chat to interact.
Mm-hmm.
So my question was, who are the 3 players you would sell first? So 1, 2, 3, top 3, and why? And don't say Bernardeschi because he's out of contract, or Dybala. Because
Dybala, Bernardeschi, and yeah.
Like those players excluded. Unless they sign a new deal, then we need to ask that question again, because everybody knows who's on top of my list. But without, so top 3 with players still under contract. In the chat, people, let me know. I will bring that up after Justin.
Am I allowed to incorporate players? Okay, what the hell, Khalid? I love you, my guy, but Khalid, I see your 3, and get the hell out of here with all 3. It's got to be a joke. That's got to be an April Fool's.
No loan players also. Okay. No players on loan.
Huh? Okay.
No.
We have currently on loan. Or what?
No, loan players also, because Ramsey still has a year. So.
Okay. Am I allowed to bring up players that we have an option to buy, but we're trying to finagle with? Is that okay? Like Moise Kean.
Yeah, you can include
figure out his situation.
Yeah, you can include him.
Okay. Moise Kean would be not number 1. I don't know if I'd say number 1. Let me work through this in my head, and then I'll give you the exact ranking. But he's in the top 3. I think, to me, just because he's not performing as Juventus had hoped when they signed him, even to that level. And that wasn't, obviously it wasn't. They weren't expecting him to be the Ronaldo replacement, but they were hoping for him to be something more than he's been right now. And he just really has not shown up. And I don't know. Some of the comments today said it's not just on the pitch kind of stuff, and it's not just goal scoring. It's also an attitude of the way maybe he goes about it. And I don't know if that's just something. Sometimes people like to float that out as just to blame the player and try to move it out. But at the same time, it could be an issue. We've heard it with Mancini. We've heard some issues that he's just mentally he's not there, which is unfortunate. So we'll see what happens there. But I think Moise Kean, as much as I liked him or wanted him to come back to Juventus, I think right now we've all can agree that was kind of a failure. And obviously, if you want to look at guys like Raspadori or whoever to get in here, he's one piece that needs to move. So he'd be my first one. Second one's got to be Alexandro. I think Alexandro's a guy who we have to have something better there at the left back position moving forward. I know the options are not super. I know there's some that people like. Vindal. I know you love Emerson Palmieri, who's linked with the club, as well as who's the Lodi, who's the guy I like a lot is Lodi.
He actually played good today. He actually played well today. Yeah, he did well. He did pretty well again.
Well, there we go.
Ever since Julian said he's crap, he's playing at a high level.
Yeah. I actually like Lodi. But anyway, that's one option. Who I think also too, like as soon as we talked about him, I think he had like a brace or something that day. I want to say that when he first got linked with Juve. So it's funny. I think right after he tried to crush him. So anyway, that would be mine. I don't know why I'm telling you who the guys I want to replace him with, but that would be him. And then my third one would be, and this is going to be a difficult one, because yeah, obviously you're not picking guys like Bernardeschi. You're not picking any of those guys. You're not able to do that. And I'm trying to think. Okay, if there's one obvious one, because otherwise I'm thinking more tactically for the Mercado, and I'm thinking, am I using one of these guys to get another player? Is the way I'm going to go with it. So I'm going with, even potentially is Weston McKennie a guy that I would be willing to put on that block. I like Weston McKennie. I love him. I want to keep him at the club as an American. But at the same time, if you're able to upgrade to get somebody better in the midfield with his, with his sale or with trading him or whatever, that'd be an option. Rovella would be another guy. Does Rovella even count since he's on loan right now?
You can count him if you want, but I was going with the current squad basically.
Yeah. Well. Ramsey. Okay, it's Rabiot. Okay, it's Rabiot. I tried not to do Rabiot, but it's Rabiot. And Rabiot, he's done some things fine, but also at the same time, you need to know that you have the replacements there in the midfield before you really move him on. So that's why he's such a weird position, because I don't like to see Rabiot out there, but at the same time, you got to figure something out there. All right, I talked long enough. You're three. Let's hear it.
So my first two are players who are playing a lot, and to be honest, like one of them is affecting the team in a negative way week in, week out, and the other player has his moments here and there. So the first one is Alexandro. He needs to go. Mm-hmm. Yesterday was a rumor about his management looking to go. Happy days. So he got the memo. He understood the assignment in the summer, apparently. Let's hope. So that's number one. Number two is Rabiot, because I like Rabiot. When he signed, I was very happy because I like him. And because the game he had against Inter, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
But we only see that once every 2 months, like at that high level. And then he has a decent game, and then he has anonymous games, like really anonymous games, and sometimes just awful games. That's Rabiot. Now my third one would be,
I know it is.
It would be Ramsey, because that's obvious. Like, he's on crazy wages. He's never fit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to include him. I'm going Arthur. It's Arthur, because he doesn't fit Allegri. He's also on a lot of money. Mm-hmm. We need to get him off the books because he doesn't fit Allegri's style of play, and it looks bad when he is out there. It looks weird.
Yeah, I think I was there. Yeah. I guess looking at it, obviously, those were the three obvious ones, right? You know what I mean? Like, those are the three obvious that need to go, Alexander. So I was trying to throw a little bit of a wrench in there, but I see where you're going with that. My question is, you get rid of Rabiot, and then you get rid of Archer. That's two midfielders that you have to replace then. Obviously, who are you getting to replace them? I mean, I see, obviously people are talking in the chat, mentioning these names. And I'm just going to, just for the sake of debate's sake, say in this theoretical world, Juventus, you have to sell these three players before you even go and buy anybody. So all three of those are sold. Gone. Left back, who you're replacing with, and then you're stuck now with a midfield that's already depleted going into next season. As long as people get healthy or whatever, it'll be fine. But who are you bringing in? Your first two options that are realistic.
You go first.
Okay. Dang it, you had me go. Okay. Well, at the left back position, I said I like Lodi, and I'd be happy with him. So I'm gonna put Lodi in there. And then when it comes to the midfield, if I'm going off your thing, I'm not going off mine, because if I'm going off mine, I'd say Moisey Can, I would get Raspadori to come in, but then the other two are the same, the left back and then the Rabiot one. So if you're getting rid of Rabiot and Archer, players that I would end up going for would be Well, right now, I mean, it's the news of the channel. It's what everybody's talking about at the beginning of the thing. I don't know if you want to go back to any of those comments that were mentioning it, but it's Milinkovic Savic would be, if you can get that one done, that would probably be one of my first ones that I try to get done. That's where I probably focused my attention at. If you can get a deal done with Lotito, and I'm still, as much as like there's a lot of positive news going on this way, and maybe we kind of have that one little piece in there when it comes to Milinkovic Savic and his desire to come to Torino, where his brother is also playing at the other club in their backyard. Maybe that's their Locatelli piece. It's like, I want to go to Juventus that can make Lotito come around, right? If they can work out something with him there. But then, okay, say that works out. Say magically Lotito accepts it without any kind of sexual favors or anything like that included. Say that. I feel like, yeah, I'm going there, Khalid. I would say, realistically, it would probably be Big Z. You go get Big Z. You got your other, kind of midfielder option there. When he's healthy, he can be good. We're going with Big Z.
Okay.
That's how we want him stupid.
Yeah. What did I say? Oh.
You didn't give any yet. You just told. Oh, who you said? You just said you said the normal ones.
Okay.
Alexandro, Rabiot, and Artur.
Okay.
How do you replace them?
It's Savage. 100% Savage.
Yeah, that's like the.
Yeah. Left back. It's Udogie. I like him the most.
I keep forgetting about Udogie. He's the one that I always forget.
I don't want to be that guy saying, "Oh, he knows the league," but he knows the league. If you're going for a younger player, I've seen Wijndal this season. His stats look good, but performances look a bit iffy compared to previous season. So
I'll be honest, I don't know why, but Wijndal doesn't do anything for me. I don't know why. Whenever I watch,
he is talented.
Yeah, I know he is. The thing is, I don't know why I watch him. It's just nothing for some reason. Anyway.
So Udogie, Savage, and I don't know. People are saying Pogba, but if you have Savage, you don't need Pogba.
You're not gonna spend that.
Yeah,
probably not that much.
I like so many midfielders. I will say something different. I will go in Nkunku so we can switch up formations along the way. So I'm going Nkunku. Not that we're being linked with him at all, but yeah.
Well, that's okay. Okay, we'll give you that one, but I want what do you think is a realistic one that you could go with? You know what I mean? Like, if you're just trying to read the tea leaves like we've been doing for so long now. Every day we kind of piece this together, and it's it's Savage, Pogba, Zaniolo, Jorginho. Those are the names really in the midfield, the big splash names.
Yeah.
And then you have the lower level names. Gravenberch off the table, and then Cristante's been lightly. And then there's who's the other guy? Who's the other one I'm forgetting? That's
what team?
Sanchez.
Oh, Renato Sanchez from Lille. No.
Yeah,
he's very injury prone.
Yeah. And is there anybody else that's like a second tier one that I'm forgetting?
Like Tchouaméni, but we were linked with him, but it died.
But he's not really.
It died. So I have no idea. I need time. I wasn't prepared for this one. Damn it.
Okay, well I know I just threw that curveball to you. Okay, well let me just ask you this: in that situation, if you could get Zaniolo affordable, would you bring him on? Would you add him in? And that's
what is affordable?
You got Milinkovic Savic.
What's affordable?
I mean, I don't know if somehow they can talk him down to like around 30. I don't know, 35. I don't know, like with.
I will say this: if you have 50 mil for Zaniolo, then you get Anthony.
Yeah.
Like normal club will go for Anthony, but we're not normal. So, but we're not spending 50 mil for Zaniolo. I will cry. I think that's a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Really quickly, that's close to Chiesa money, while Chiesa was actually doing something, while Zaniolo is not doing it now. So that's actually insane.
My thing is, I still think that Zaniolo. I still think the $50 million euro amount is still posturing. I still think it's Roma overstepping. I still think it's them being like, we know we're not getting that much.
Yeah.
We saw the whole thing with Locatelli. Obviously, it's Sassuolo, it's a smaller club, and then we see how Sassuolo and that with Locatelli played out. But I still think they could get him down a little bit more. Maybe not 30 million, but I don't know. I still think it would be too. If you just look at our options, Jorginho doesn't seem likely. I don't know. Pogba, there's no way you're gonna get. I would love to have SMS and Pogba together in one Mercado, but that's not happening.
Okay, also really quickly, because someone says Anthony 35, and you spoke about him on the daily yesterday.
Yeah,
he's worth more than 35. I will put that out there. Ajax will ask a lot more than 35 really quickly, and then I'm gonna read out Sian's comment because he doesn't like Savic, and he's making some wild claims. He's saying, what is with this Savic infatuation from Juve fans? Infatuation, excuse me. Suddenly, you hear a rumor about a player and you're all in. Savic will not take us to the next level. He's Rabiot mode, but just more consistent. Now, first of all, Juve fans want him more than just now when the rumor came out. Let that be clear. And don't disrespect him. Like, he is levels compared to Rabiot. It's not even close talent-wise. It's not close. It's actually not close. And if he has mold, good. But his mold comes out week in, week out. Rabiot's mold comes out once. I don't know.
Yeah.
So every blue moon or something like that. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So I get that you don't like Savage, but that was kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, that was a wild statement.
Yeah, I it's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah,
but yeah,
sure.
To me, it's hard for even me. The Italian shill. And Haneen, the answer to your question is because I'm an Italian shill. That's why I won Zaniolo. And also because I still.
He wants a new
shirt
with his name on.
Yes, it's exactly. I'm gonna get that ugly Juventus shirt that's coming out next season. And I mean, yeah, it's fine from far away. If you look far away, it looks okay. It looks acceptable, not even good, but it looks acceptable. But if I get Big Z on the back of it, we're good to go. I'm rocking with this on the channel. I know everybody hates it, but I'm doing it just to stir the pot a little bit, and I'm going all in on Big Z. And he might actually get the Big Z written on his shirt, not Zaniolo. He might actually get that in the back. We'll see. No, him. No, Zaniolo. I'm gonna do. This is gonna catch fire. It's gonna catch fire. He's gonna hear about me. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be waving his flag as far as I need, and then we're gonna have Big Z on the channel.
You will fly. You will wave his flag.
I will.
Nobody's letting me down.
I'd only find so upset about it. Justin buys Zaniolo for MLS team. We'll see. He's gonna come in here, and Big Z is gonna come out here. He's gonna shine on all of you, and all of you are gonna have to bend the knee to me, and bend the knee to Big Z. He's gonna win. He's gonna win a match against Inter, and he'll probably win Champions League. That's all I'm saying. That's probably what we need. He's the key piece. Get him. Milinkovic Savic. Anyway.
I was about to shut down my camera so I couldn't get clipped on the video. But yeah,
I'm saying, just like you took me down with you by saying that this club was not big or whatever. I'm refusing to say it so people can't do it.
Really quickly,
I'm taking you
someone
down.
Someone had a good joke. I put it on the screen. That's a quality joke.
Can he pin with this? That's a good one. That is a really good one. That's really fun.
Okay, we will go into the last one, and then we will ask. We open it up to the chat. The last 10 minutes.
No, we had one more question from me that you were supposed to do, and I knew.
Okay, so we have two. Excuse me. I didn't make it, but I wrote it down.
Oh, so did you have an answer for this one or not, or do you want to save this for another time?
I still have one from a viewer. An actual question.
Okay, we'll just do go ahead, do the viewer one. That's fine.
This one is from Jan from England. That's his name. He is a Belgian.
Okay.
So that's not why I picked him, but I thought it was a good question to interact with the chat.
He's awful. Got it.
I'm gonna change it a bit, but his question was, in the best case scenario, how much money could we make of outgoing transfers? So I will throw out some names to you, and I'll just want a straight number, and also in the chat, and I'll just pick up some players. This
is the last thing that I can do. Like, this is the worst. You didn't even.
It's gonna be fun. No, That's why.
It's gonna be fun.
There's a reason
Okay.
why. So
Right? Okay.
you basically tell me how much player X is worth. You know how much we could ask for. You know, or should ask for.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, you can go. First one is the obvious one, Alexandra.
20 20 million euros, 15. I don't know. Like I view him so low that I have no clue. I mean, I'm not. This is me not pulling up transfer market. People were saying 5, 10. Alexandra, I think, was saying something before this. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 15.
I agree.
Okay, it wasn't as terrible as I thought. What's up, Red? Red.
I think 15.
I just think, yeah, to me, I think of a player, especially if he's really getting sniffs from, just a little sniff from the Premier League.
Yeah,
I think 15 is fair.
If
You know, I think they'll pay that.
100%.
So,
right. Next one.
Rabiot.
No, wait. Rugani. 1 year left. 23.
I honestly have no clue what the hell this guy's worth. I feel like 10. 10. I don't know how much Rugani's worth. Less than 10. Don't do this. This is torture. This is literally torture on this channel. So one thing I don't do. It's value of play. It's not the one thing. It's one of the many things I don't do.
I think it depends. Like, he will stay in Italy, so I think 10 is fair. He will stay in Italy.
Okay.
I don't
What's
think
the real number?
If he still had a deal, a long-term deal, you can ask close to 20 if a Premier League team wants him. But no Premier League team wants him. That's why he was on loan at Rennes and Cagliari.
It's the only person you have lining up for him is Sadi. That's the only person that is interested in him.
He's our hope.
Is there a chance that he could even be utilized in a negotiation for Savic? Like, I mean, you barely get anything taken off there, but I think just wait another year. Also,
they need to replace Acerbi.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. That's what I wanted to bring up. We changed subjects real quick, and I know I'm not trying to derail this. We'll leave my question for another time. Maybe later this week if I jump on a live with you guys. Okay. The other joke one. It was a joke, but it was serious at the same time. The rumor is that they have Romagnoli coming in. So you're telling me
Felipe is also Felipe. They have some players leaving.
But yeah. Well, one of the reasons I said it is because supposedly if they're going to have Romagnoli go in there, so are you telling me Juve's getting a step down from Romagnoli even and getting Acerbi, if that were even a legitimate rumor out there? And I don't think it is. I don't think Juve would get him.
But you know how we work on the channel. We talk things into existence, apparently.
I'm trying to avoid it. I'm trying to talk it out of existence.
I know. But Stephanie finally made a live, so good for you. Because I know she's working.
8 minutes, Stephanie.
Oh yeah, we have 8 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry. I was watching at the time we were live. So yeah, 8 minutes. Big Rabiot. 1 year left.
Okay. I still think there's things that people value in Rabiot. 1 year left. See, the 1 year though. See, I feel like if he had a couple of years, I'd probably put him at like 25.
Agree.
So I feel like I have to come down a little bit, maybe in the 20, maybe 15, 20 range, maybe like 17 and a half. I don't know. Does that sound fair?
I agree. I think around 18 still. It depends. If it's Premier League, easily.
Look at your boy guessing over here. Just guessing. And I mean, I'm just taking your word that you're agreeing with me. I don't know how much that means, but I appreciate it. That'll work. I'll take it.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. And then the last one. I'll pick one. Then we read out some chats. Okay. Arthur, remember? Don't remember his value on the books. Just what is he worth?
I know. What was his value on the books? It was something obscene, right? Wasn't it like
insane? It's still,
it was
it's
like
still
80,
over
90
50.
Or something.
It's still over 50 now.
Yeah. I think if we're being real and he were trying to sell Archer, we're probably looking at about, I don't know. I still feel like it's probably like 35.
Yeah, I think even more, to be honest.
You think more, really?
Just because
You think they can get more from like
he
Arsenal?
he will get the hype based on reputation,
Brazilian?
playing Barcelona, Brazilian, playing for Juve, a team in the Premier League, not Arsenal, but it was January. Things can change in the summer. January you don't want to spend money. We spend money, like we did it.
Mm-hmm.
But usually you try to fix things. You're not sure, but in the summer, if you're desperate, teams will pay.
Mm-hmm.
Not 50, but 35, 40, not cash, not upfront. You know how it works, but in general, the whole package. But
yeah,
that's what I think. That was also the last question. Real question.
Yeah, I've seen a couple people say 50 out there.
Yeah,
that'd be insane. I mean, I if that was, I mean,
if somebody
don't get me
offers
wrong,
it,
I'd take it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it. I actually don't see it. 50.
The only one I really see people like with interest is, I mean, it's Arsenal. Every time a Juve or player linked with Juve or has Juve history, it's Arsenal. That's what I hear out there.
Yeah, they get linked with everyone. Like, if you type in Arsenal just in transfer season on YouTube, you will see compilation clips of every player with an Arsenal shirt. There is Messi, Neymar. Every season it happens again.
It's true.
They're crazy. That fan base is insane. I need to say is, if he's really a 50 million player, then keep him. No, he's not good enough in terms for Allegri. So if you get the money, just dump him.
Well, I mean, if there's I mean, no offense, but if there's one thing we've seen over the last few years is a player's worth and talent is only goes so far. It has to be a good fit. Yeah. If it's not a good fit, it's not going to work. I mean, Ronaldo was just not a good fit. Like, honestly, if you look at what happened in the club in that time frame, obviously the fit also has to go with what you're able to do in the Mercado. Are you able to buy more players to go around him? Is the coach working well with him? It's not just the plug and play the player by himself. It's all the other aspects that come with it. And that's the thing is Artur, unfortunately, while there's plenty of times that I've given him praise that I've seen, I feel like I've been more positive on him than like you and even Julian, because some of the things I've seen him do, though he still is a slow player, he's a turtle out there, he's a tortoise, he's barely can keep up with half the other players out there, but at the same time, it's all about fit, and he could fit better probably in the Premier League.
Depending on the team. Excuse me?
Yeah. Dash is saying breaking news alert. Perin is signing.
Yeah, Romeo tweeted that.
Yeah.
Which is good. It's good.
About that.
It's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kind of surprises me though, just because of how long it's. I guess it's probably nobody else bit, or Juventus is really. I mean, it's probably a combination of things. Juventus doesn't want to have to go after another goalkeeper right now. Backup one, and at the same time, maybe. Nobody else is like really jumping to go get Perin to come be their starting goalkeeper.
There are teams. Torino.
There are,
but they're not paying him. He's not getting bench money from Juve. As a starter anywhere else, he won't. And I think he made it like a life decision, which is fine. Like, be the backup for Chesney, play here and there, play for Torino or Genoa, and earn less than half you will get for it. Like, it's a life decision. 3 years, almost 4 million extra over the 3 years. In terms of if you played for Torino or something else, it's a life decision, which I completely understand, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I get it too.
He's not gonna take Chesney's spot. He isn't.
No, and he's been. I mean, honestly, though, as a Juventus fan, you can't be too upset. I mean, you shouldn't be upset with it. He's been pretty solid every time he's played. To me, he's looked the part.
Okay,
so
really
I'll take
quickly.
him. I mean,
So Romeo said Perin 25, 100%, 102% done. So he's hanging out with Monblano too much, which he actually does. They're friends. De Chilio, it's kind of agreed. They just need to meet to close it. Definitely. For Bernardeschi, no news on a new deal. My camera is doing madness. Quadrado, the option has been activated, like but the club wants to change the terms of the deal, which we also no, basically, which I agree with. If Quadrado agrees with it, let's see how that will pan out. Prin, yeah, I'll take it. Decilio, like in an ideal world, no. In an ideal world, we get 4 new left backs, 2 right, 2 left backs. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. It is what it is. Bernardeschi, no news. I'll call that good news for now. I'm hanging on to that.
But the latest has not been that good for you.
But yeah, that was like
open.
I'll take Romeo's word on this one. No news.
Do you think given that, do you think that they may end up deballing him, where they're like, yeah, you didn't accept it this long, we don't have an offer for you now.
I hope so. If,
you know, like
you get like no seriousness. Oh my god, you cannot offer him a new deal. Like you just can't. Like I'm sorry. You might be a good guy, but I don't care. I want to win stuff. And every time he comes from the bench, I'm like, to do what? When you were chasing a game, to actually do what now? He's not going to change.
I mean, we already have a lifetime committed cheerleader player, and that we don't need the third. The other goalkeeper. Why am I thinking?
Oh, Pizzolio. Oh.
Yeah, Pizzolio. Yeah. We don't need another one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, do whatever you can for your career. Go play somebody else. Go play somewhere else. You're not Juve level. You may be Inter level, but you can go somewhere else if you want to and get good starting minutes. Maybe go back to Fiorentina and be the returning child or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Do something.
I've actually no idea where he's gonna go, but yeah. And then we will wrap it up with Kali's question, and he's saying McKennie plus 45 million euros for Savic will be good. It would, but McKennie's not gonna go to Lazio. Like he can go Premier League, Roma. He's not going Lazio. With all due respect, same for Arthur, because I saw a lot of people saying Arthur. He's not going Barca, Juve, Lazio. With all due respect, he's not gonna do it.
Do we even have any like inkling that like Lazio are even interested in McKennie? Because I've heard it from Roma, but not from
they
Lazio,
usually want money. Lotito wants money from Milinkovic-Savic. Maybe he will take Rugani and he will knock off a few millions, but he's not gonna have the price. McKennie or Rovella. He's not that guy.
Yeah, I see Hanin say we could sell McKennie for 40 to Paratici. My thing is like I'm fine with selling McKennie as long as you definitely get an upgraded player as well. I feel like right now, I don't feel like you should be forced. No. Like in this situation, I don't feel like you should be forced to sell McKennie to be able to bring in Milinkovic-Savic right now. It's if you're going and bringing in multiple pieces.
I agree.
Is the way I kind of look at it. Like unless you're doing a direct trade, a direct swap. But yeah, I just don't think it's necessary to push him out. And he's worked too well for Allegri when he's been healthy here recently.
I agree. I agree with that. Before we wrap it up, because we're gonna wrap it up, I'm gonna bring up the members thing. You have 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right. Well, it's going to take me about 5 seconds before it pops up on the screen, guys. But I just want to let you know, is it up here right now?
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, I see it on here. Okay, guys. If you look over here to your left, we just want to let you guys know that really what we do here is really all thanks to that of our member squad, all the people you see in the chat here right now. Dash Haneen. I apologize if it's Dash Haneen. A lot of people. It's mostly them commenting right now. But all the people that you see in the highlighted in green with the little badge icon next to their name. Thanks to them that we're able to do these streams that we do each and every day for a small minimum fee. You're able to go and get access to our Discord members chat that's opened up now to all levels, so you're able to get be a part of our Discord chat where we're constantly communicating, constantly talking to Juve, as well as the things we do here. We also have you already took it off the screen, so now it's gone. Can you put it back up, or can you give me a sec?
No, it's just for the QR codes. You can go.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep going. I don't have it up here in front of me to see now, so it's hard for me to work. But basically, with the very first level, you get the basic access. You get the badges. You get the emojis, all that cool stuff you get to drop in chat. And then you move the next step up. I think what's added there is you also get a wallpaper each and every month provided by one of our amazing graphic designers that we have here at the channel. We'll see whenever those go out.
Really
and
quickly,
then also the very...
I forgot the last 2 months. I didn't forget them, excuse me, but... sending them over with Discord was a mess. Like the quality goes down insanely. I changed that, so they're coming, all of them.
Yeah, we
Apologies.
need
Apologize
to
for
also
that.
find a way to make sure whenever you all join, like you all just got to know when you join to reach out to us so we can add you to the Discord as well, because it's hard sometimes because people join and there's like no easy way to contact them. Like
Yeah.
YouTube decided, let's just make this hard. Anyway, the final bit of this is if you do the very top tier, it's $5 per month. I think it's 5 USD, right? Or is it
Yeah.
euros?
I have no idea. No, it's
USD.
USD.
Okay. Yeah, it's 5 USD, and I'll tell you right now, went to Starbucks yesterday, and that's still $2 cheaper than a
Oh my
venti
god, the
coffee that I
Starbucks
got
thing.
there. It's absolutely, I just put it in reference. Sometimes I can't make my own espresso. Sometimes in the mornings I'm too big of a hurry. I go through the drive-through. You got the kid with you. $7. It's absolutely ridiculous. $7 for a coffee.
It's $7.
Anyway, I spent $7 yesterday for a
What kind of
venti
coffee is
from
that?
Starbucks. Well, okay, we're gonna go over the 6. Okay, this is story time with Justin. No, we're good. This isn't a long story.
Okay.
Justin, when he first got into coffee, he wasn't drinking the hard stuff. He wasn't. Now I drink a lot of espresso and stuff like that. But my wife got me into. I wasn't drinking coffee when we first started dating, my wife and I. So she got me into it by getting white chocolate mochas. And it's basically like a hot chocolate with coffee in it, basically kind of thing. Put a little raspberry in there, you know what I'm saying? Little girly drinks. And sometimes I still like my girly drinks, is what I'm saying. So those are $7. When I was in Florida, it was $11 or $12 for one of those. It's insane. It's the rich area of Florida.
Really quickly?
Anyway, I can't afford it.
I was in Italy, I paid €8 for a whole pizza. But you go.
Question was okay. This also takes me another thing real quick, and I know I'm going over. Like I said, I don't care. The pizza. Obviously I'm drooling over. It's been 2 years, actually almost 3 years now since I've been to Italy, and you got to have that delicious pizza, all that you get with it. So my friend, he's an Italian American. I view him as more. I'm Kentucky Italian, so like most of it's just washed off basically. Outside of my connection with my great grandfather, I'm pretty Americanized. But he's still Italian Americanized, like from New York. His family owns a pizza company and all that stuff. They make pizzas. But he went to Italy and he got pizza for the very first time, and they put it on his plate, and he was confused because it wasn't already cut into slices.
Oh, they don't cut.
And he was like, I know. And he was like, why is my pizza uncircumcised? What am I supposed to do here, bro? And I'm like, no, my guy, that's not how you do it. Yeah. You take the fork and the knife and you cut that bad boy and you eat it yourself. Anyway, I prefer that way more. But anyway, just that was kind of funny because that was the way he said it. And it's just funny, the culture shock of American pizza compared to there. It's no comparison. Anyway, guys, the very top tier, as I was saying, like 10 minutes now. In this
and
commercial,
name Dash. Dash up. Dash just did it. So thank you for that.
Let's go. Shout out Dash. Upgraded to premium. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's really thanks to you guys that you all really do that. But anyway, the very top of it, the very top tier, the Dash just joined premium. You get access to basically we get the premium access to to our giveaway. And can you clarify that for me? Does that mean you get a better chance at winning the giveaway, or
five times?
You get only
5 times.
You get 5 times.
So your name will be
5 times the opportunity.
Your name will be put in 5 times compared to 1. And also, when we have the first merch, you can buy it with a very good discount. Basically, you can buy it without any profit for us. Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie. I've always like the giveaways is because we have ads. Like, I'm not gonna shy away from it because someone like 2 months ago say I hate the ads on the channel. I'm like, fine, but that's how we do giveaways. That's how we pay the software, Photoshop, all those things. It's not cheap. It is what it is. And we want to do better stuff, greater stuff. That's why we use the ads for. That's it. It's as simple as that. So I'm never going to shy away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm about to upgrade this bad boy down here and everything that's going on with here. Yeah, I spend for my Premiere and all that stuff, I think like $60 a month.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Just for that alone. It's not. We're spending money to do this, but we're having fun. We enjoy it, and we appreciate all of you guys for everything. Dash, you get member guest appearances. If you want to jump on, you just got to reach out to us and let us know. We don't just tell you when to do it. You tell us when you're available. But yeah, Dash, you can come on here. Haneen's always she's always welcome. She's not gonna do it, but she's welcome to jump on as well.
She will. One day she will. Just give her time.
Yeah, I see a few. First off, Khalid, what are you saying is an American scam? Are you talking about the pizza there?
No, the coffee.
I mean, I'd say Oh, the coffee. It's absolutely. Dude, all the food in America basically is a scam. It's fine. I know there's like a couple places. Actually, Louisville's pretty well known for good food, but I think New York City, like that's where you can actually get some decent food. I've been there a few times. Not compared to Italy. Not compared to
I saw
real
the
Italian
pizzas
food.
from New York, and I'm not eating that. I'm sorry.
Well,
You know what it is?
You have to find the certain ones. You have to find the very specific ones though.
You know what it is? I'm lucky.
Yeah.
Where I live, it's full of Italians, so I can have the same pizza every day, basically. It's very close to what it is in Italy. So I'm lucky. I don't need to go to Domino's. I will never go there because
it's trash.
It looks awful. Like, what's the other one? Pizza Hut. It doesn't look tasty.
Pizza Hut, Papa John's.
We don't have that. We have Pizza Hut and Domino's.
Yeah, there were some good ones. There were a couple good ones out here from guys that I know that were actually Italian that lived out here, but it's very few and far between. Everybody else here, especially here in Kentucky where I grew up, it's Pizza Hut, Domino's. When you say Domino's or like Little Caesars, that's the trash of the trash. That's literally the bottom. That's where you can walk in and get a $5 one.
I know.
That's sitting there ready to go. It's disgusting. Pizza Hut's bad too. But like in Papa John's, I think tastes like cardboard dick, so I wouldn't eat that one in either. I would say if any of them, just don't do fast food pizza. Pizza does not need. You don't need to do fast food pizza. But yeah, definitely, there's nothing like the ones that I had in Italy. I think there's this little place in Palermo in Sicily that was like literally hidden in an alley. We're walking down an alley, and it's just like I felt like I was gonna get mugged in Palermo. And the first time going down there, and it was the best pizza I've ever had in my entire life. So definitely don't hate on the pizza that you have to cut with a fork. It's the best kind of pizza out there. Anyway,
really quickly, I cut it into slices and I just eat it with my hands. I don't eat with a fork and a knife. I don't have the how do you want to say that? I don't have the patience for it. It's cold when I'm done.
That's true.
I don't want it anymore.
You're also like, if you and I both go to Italy at the same time, you'll fit in a bit more than me. I'm a bit more Americanized, and they can tell. And also, you got that I got the accent, so they already think that I'm classless trash. And they're like, you've obviously been a little bit too far. We've been off the boat for a little bit, so they're like, I had to do the full cut the entire time just because I didn't want to be judged. So we'll see. Anyway, guys, appreciate it. Let's see. Domino's atrocious. Yep. Then controversial take, but New York City is the best pizza in the world. Yeah. That is controversial.
If you think New York is the world, maybe.
I mean, there's certain people. Like if you go to Chicago and you love bread bowl soup pizza, Chicago pizza's deep dish. It's that deep dish butter crust, whatever. It's like this thick, and it's basically tomato soup in a bread bowl. And like people in New York and Chicago battle back and forth with each other over it. I don't know. I haven't really had. I need to try because there's a couple one that has been good in New York, but a lot of those ones from New York that are actually good are basically people that have come from Italy and started their own thing here.
Okay.
But the problem is you don't get all the natural good ingredients that you get in Italy to try to make it with to begin with. So there's a lot of processed crap, and that's the problem. Okay, we went over like 15 minutes.
Yeah, So yeah. Next debate show, food. I don't know, food.
Yeah, we
also
we really could.
Really quickly.
There's some people throwing opinions out there. So.
No, really quickly because that's an idea. With the members club, I think starting in summer there will be members videos. Like nothing's gonna change for the channel, but an extra video we'll talk different stuff also, and you can hang out. But that's just for the future, not now. So yeah.
Yeah, it's
pizza.
If you are a member, obviously you're probably in the group chat and on the Discord and all that. Reach out to us if you have any ideas and stuff that you'd like to see, or like, we can do private live streams. We can do stuff like that where we can, dive more into things a little bit more open than we can talk about in this thing. That's an option as well.
Yeah, 100% sure. And we will wrap it up with Alexander's last question. He's asking McDonald's or Burger King.
Okay. My guy, here's the thing. They're both trash. They're both absolute trash. If it's me, I'm going Charbroiled. I'm going BK. I'm going the BK Lounge. You're gonna get diarrhea either way you go. You go to Burger King, getting diarrhea. It's just diarrhea's a little bit different than the worm burgers at McDonald's. McDonald's. My mom used to tell me as a kid that they're worm burgers because they kind of do. If you the consistency, it doesn't look like real meat.
It does. It's no meat. That's why.
the only thing McDonald's had that was good is McDonald's used to have, or their fries were good. They used to be. And then when I say good, it's like fine for that. The problem is back in the 90s, a lot of you all are too young for this. The fries were better quality because they actually used to make it with like, there was beef that it was like, or grease or something like that was mixed in. And a guy who, because of religious reasons, found that out, sued McDonald's because he's not supposed to have
Okay, I
calories
did not know
like that. Yeah, and ever since then they changed it and they're not as good. It is what it is. Anyway, Burger King, McDonald's, Wendy's, it's garbage. It's just the trash that you get. If you want to get like a real good fast food burger, you're going to like Culver's or something like that. And probably most people have never heard of Culver's. Or, it's these other places. Really the best ones are like Home Run Burger. There's these places that actually are like legit. It's fast food, but it's like a good quality ingredients kind of thing. Anyway, just don't eat the fast food stuff unless you really have to. Unless you're like on a road trip.
Don't. When I eat it, I'm done for the day. I feel like trash, but it is. I need to lay down when I eat it. It's not good.
No, it's true. It's something I noticed too. Is like I'm used to it here in America. Like just I'm a private investigator, so I'm on the road all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have any other options, and Podunk, Kentucky somewhere. But when we went to Italy, we were eating, my wife and I, you're in Italy, you have to go eat the food. You have to go have all the time. You're eating pasta and stuff like this that would normally weigh me down, and I'm good to go. I'm Gucci. I'm running, we're running all over the place, walking up and down everything. I felt fine. But you eat half of that here in America, and you feel dead because it's all processed crap.
Okay.
I mean, it's what it is.
All
right, we need to wrap it up.
Yeah. Okay, I will do the quick wrap up, and then you can go with the big outro. Excuse me. So thanks everybody for joining again. Apologize for yesterday. YouTube Studio was down. I couldn't get into the YouTube Studio to start the live, so that was a mess. Tomorrow, there's no live at the normal hour, but there's gonna be live with me and Davide at 2 or 3 p.m. my time, so that's like 10 a.m. for you. So stay tuned for that. There will be a daily. We will be back live normal time on Friday for a preview. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And if you didn't watch today's daily video, go watch it after the stream, and you can take it away now.
Yeah, guys, make sure you go ahead and check out the daily video that I did. It actually has done really good numbers today. I'm surprised at how many people watched it. A lot of people were interested in Milinkovic Savic, and of course, Big Z, who is coming to Juventus, whether you like it or not, Anine. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, thank you again for watching the video. As always, and tuning in for these lives. It's always fun to hang out with you guys. Make sure you smash that like button. It really does help our channel to continue to grow. So make sure you're hitting the like button. Don't be a liar like most of the people that the 58 votes in here that said that they liked it and they didn't actually do it. So smash the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to stay notified for all of our latest videos. Also, make sure you go ahead and follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anywhere, social media, it's on there. And then also make sure you go ahead, follow my boy Alejandro Fancello at AlejandroBZ on Twitter, and then follow myself at Justin Sofro on Twitter as well. We'll see you guys next time. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri.